vaccines actually dead, although in the case of MMR, they are weakened and not dead. But I think it's kind of like the idea that you may not recognize somebody if you just casually meet them, but if they tried to kill you, you're going to remember them throughout the rest of your life. In a sense, maybe that's what's happening with the immune system's memory about these diseases. If you actually catch these diseases individually, perhaps your immune system creates an autoimmune immune response to that that's going to last quite a much longer, and as you point out, would be something that would be transmitted to children at an early age as well.
Well, and there's a problem with the adjuvants. They do stimulate the immune system, but
Hmm.
that's sort of a non-specific thing. And what if you have a peanut butter sandwich at the same time that you have been injected with these adjuvants? We have a huge increase in food allergies in children, and so many children are going to school with EpiPens or with asthma inhalers.
Hmm.
And this is a new situation. Now, I think a lot of parents would probably back off on their resistance to vaccines if we could just show them a study that vaccinated children were a whole lot healthier than unvaccinated children. But we're not going to have such a study. And if we did, it's probably going to show the opposite. Because
Hmm.
look at all of these autoimmune conditions that we have.
And that's the important thing, is the lack of studies, certainly the lack of studies that we're being shown. Perhaps they have studied it privately, but they're not releasing the information. But the key thing, I believe, is the doctor-patient relationship. And as we see the government coming in and increasingly operating as an intrusive third party to dictate how we're going to be treated, what we're going to be given, there's a real danger, and we're seeing this now with these mandatory vaccines. We have to close now, we're out of time, but could you just give us one more statement talking about how important it is that we have informed consent, how important it is that we maintain that relationship between the doctor and the patient and keep out intrusions of third parties?
The patient-physician relationship dating back to the oath of Hippocrates is that the physician should do no harm. He should not kill his patient. There's nothing in there about being subservient to the good of the collective or the good of the state. Now, physicians can be wrong, but they can only harm as many patients as they can see. If we have the government dictating policies to us and it's the wrong policy, they can harm millions of people.
Very important as we look at the idea of mass vaccinations done without people's consent. Thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Orion, and thank you for your organization that speaks out for real medical ethics. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's AAPS. Again, that was Dr. Jane Orient, MD. She is the AAPS Executive Director, and they are really concerned about the sanctity of the patient-doctor relationship, and so should you be. Now, that's it for tonight's INFOWARS Nightly News. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel there. If you want to support our operation, and we would certainly appreciate that, please get a subscription to Prison Planet TV. That's something you can share with up to 20 people, can watch the news each night as it happens simultaneously, and of course have access to all of Alex Jones's documentaries. Join us again tomorrow at 7 Central, 8 p.m. Eastern.
In the past decade, we have witnessed unparalleled scientific discoveries in the area of health. But no one has put together a formula that focuses directly on brain health, nerve growth factors, and optimizing your cellular energy at the same time. DNA Force is one of the most expensive formulas to produce. Some of the ingredients in DNA Force are $12,000 a kilogram. We are using the coveted, patented, only American source of PQQ, CoQ10, and more. You want the best that's out there at the lowest price anywhere? Well, we're bringing you a total win-win. The ultimate value, cutting-edge, trailblazing game changer that also supports the InfoWar. We have produced a limited run of DNA Force, and it will take up to 12 weeks to produce more once we sell out. Secure your DNA Force today at InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139. DNA Force from InfoWars Life.
You are watching the InfoWars Nightly News, which airs 7 p.m. Central at InfoWarsNews.com. And your support is helping us defend liberty worldwide.